So essentially, the plot of Tokyo Avengers, Takemichi gets a chance to start over his life again from middle school. But that's what makes it complicated. He has his adult mind, but he's stuck in his middle school body. And for some random reason, he went back in time 12 years ago. And he has to relive the best day of his life and get revenge by saving his girlfriend and changing himself that he's been running away from. I love shows with supernatural powers that are somewhat grounded. Time travel is easy to understand, but you can easily set hard limits to it. Like, oh, you can only go back this far. Oh, you can't meet your future self or past self, yada yada. And that's why I think makes Tokyo Avengers such a great series. It uses a power that everyone can understand, but does it in a way where it's like, wow. It just fits perfectly with the story and ties in well with the themes. Because my biggest issue with time travel, usually in anime and manga, it's tricky because it's either a very confusing timeline or it's like you don't know which reality is the correct reality. They explain things perfectly where it's like no matter what the hell happens, you're not going to be upset with it. And I do hope when all is said and done, it can be that anime that everyone recommends as a starter pack anime. Hey man, I just want to get into anime. What do you recommend? Do you think Tokyo Avengers will be a great anime we'll talk about even when the season's over for years to come? Or you have no hopes for it? Or you think it's going to be good but forgettable? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So you want to know why you should watch this? It's very simple. You ever read something and love it so much you can't wait for it to get an anime? It's an anime and you remember exactly how you felt when you first read it. All the mysteries, all the confusion, but you can't look away. That's me in Tokyo Avengers. It's a cool story that's tricky to explain without spoiling, but I'm gonna try. Basically, boy hates his life is lame. And then, for some random reason, he's put back into his middle school body, and he's reliving his horrible past, hence Tokyo Avengers. It's his chance to, get revenge at life for dealing him a trash hand. In the first episode that dropped recently, it reminded me that dang, Takemichi been going through it. We see him in the beginning of the episode, he seems like he doesn't care about life, like giving up on everything, and there's nothing that he looks forward to. And then you're like, why is he like this? But as the episode goes on, you see exactly how he became that way. He didn't choose to be passive, be a walking doormat. Life gave him a bad hand, and circumstances forced him to feel like it's easier to run away and not be attached to anything than care and get hurt, because Takemichi, he's not strong, he's not a bodybuilder, he's not an athlete, he's a regular guy. So it makes a lot of sense in that context. If you're just a regular guy with, a job that you're kind of decent at, you're kind of trash at, what do you have to look forward to? Especially in Japanese society. But that's what makes it a good premise. Our main character is literally grown. High school's already over, he's at the age he has to work for a living, but that's the point. And I do love seeing more series where it's like the main character's mature. He's not exactly in high school, but they're still stuck in that childlike mindset of, damn, I wish things were different. If only I was cooler, if only I was stronger, yada yada. That's what makes it interesting, because we get to see how Takemichi develops and why exactly was the best point of his life where he peaked. And he gets to relive his peak a little bit, but then he realizes it wasn't that great. And he's trying to find, clever ways to essentially get the life he always desired. That's the best way I can describe the series and give you a good reason to watch the anime. Now, of course, I was kind of nervous with the anime because you know how it goes. When you really like a series, you want it to be done well. And looking at that ending or opening, how the hell it works out, because at the time of recording this, episode 2 is not even out yet. And hopefully when I drop this, episode 2 will be out. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if that is the opening, that was beautiful. It captures the emotions of the show perfectly. It's about regret, misplaced anger, fear, survival instincts, all that good stuff. Because think about it. If you one day had to go back to your middle school life, would you really want to and relive all the bullying, all that stuff, the teasing, being a loser, being cringy? I wouldn't. So that's why I really relate to Takemichi. It's like, he wants to be the cool guy, the main character, but doesn't know how. So seeing everything unfold, it was a crazy ride. You're in for a treat. I know there's a lot of good anime out this season, but you have to keep your eye out for Tokyo Avengers. I promise you, you're in for a ride. Now, when it's done, you're like, damn, bro. This was so good, I feel like I could just pick up where the anime leaves and finish the manga. And I do hope that when the manga does end, it's like a really good conclusion. And based on what I've seen so far, as someone caught up, it's shaping up to be like probably the best ending of any manga. I never really seen one that started off super strong and on a strong note where it's like, yeah, bro. If you've been with it since the beginning or halfway through, you feel satisfied. And I feel like Tokyo Revenger has all the right elements to end on a note so amazing that you can recommend it to just about anybody, and they'll see the beauty of it. And even if they have like problems and nitpicks, they'll be like, well, it still was an overall good ride. So if you want to watch this, pretty sure it's on Verve, Crunchyroll. Honestly, I want to see more anime and manga about people in their 20s trying to navigate through life. And if they are given second chances, we get to see their entire journey with it. Because I do understand, yes, anime characters are placed at high school age or about to graduate high school, so we can remember the fond memories that high school is supposed to carry. But I think we get more manga and anime about, hey, life in college, life after college, we can see that adult life may be stressful and hard, but there's still things to look forward to. What do you guys think? When you think of stuff like Tokyo Revengers, do you want more stuff like it, or what? And if not, what is your reasoning behind it? I would love to know.